Hello, everybody. My name is Paul Conway, and I serve as the Vice President of the American Association of Kidney Patients. It's a pleasure to be with you today at this important meeting for ALPINE1. I've been a kidney patient for 48 years. I'm 28 years out on a kidney transplant, and I did 3 years of dialysis. And I speak to you today both as a patient and as a national advocacy leader for kidney patients here in the United States and our growing base of kidney patients around the world. I'd like to share with you the very importance of what you're doing and how it fits into a larger context. Over the past decade and a half, patients have transformed the way that medical innovation is happening, especially in the kidney space. And that has been because of a combination of several things. Bold companies stepping forward to embrace patients, their unique lived experiences, and their insights, and governments around the world that are becoming more responsive to the unmet needs of kidney patients. And there's no space that this is more true than in the space of kidney disease. Through my journey as a patient, I've seen a lot of mortality. I've lost a lot of friends. And it's important for you to understand that the work that you're doing, it addresses human burdens. And when I say that, I'm not simply talking about disease. I'm talking about lack of employment, lost opportunity, and aspirations that have to give way to a medical crisis and chronic conditions. You're working on an effort that can change that. In clinical trials, what is true from our eyes at AAKP is that patients are the center and should remain at the center of all that you do if you want success. How do we define success? We define success as clinical trials that reflect the unmet needs of patients. They have their insights incorporated across clinical design, across the delivery of results, and ultimately, those patients are part of the movement to help those new products get regulated and into the marketplace and paid for. So when you're engaging patients, understand it's a long-term relationship. They have friends, they're on the internet, and we're all connected. The experiences that you provide and the substantive engagement that you offer to patients not only changes a clinical trial, but it changes opportunity and patient care choice of therapeutics, and it changes lives. The work you're engaged in is noble, and it's important because people like me would not exist today if it hadn't been for bold companies that stood into the space and created medical products so that we could live. You should be proud of your work. Bring the patients that you work with close, listen to them. Let them inform your work throughout the product development lifecycle. Again, you're not just addressing a healthcare issue. You're addressing a healthcare, a workforce, and family and community issues, and it's long overdue. But be proud of what you do. We are. Another person that will be proud to talk to you is my good friend Carl Jurassic from Australia, a fellow kidney patient. And I want you to listen to Carl's words about what matters to patients in clinical trials, because we've seen a lot that works well, and we've seen some things that don't work well. But I think by the two of us, you'll be inspired to do even more by the patients that you're serving. Carl, go right ahead.
Thank you, Paul, and hello, everyone. As Paul shared, my name is Kyle Jurassic, an AAKP Global Ambassador, and I'm honored to be invited here to share a bit about my journey with kidney disease with this esteemed group. I'm an Australian-British kidney transplant patient, and like many others in the kidney community, my journey has been one of resilience, adaptation, and hope. Living with kidney disease has shaped my life in ways I've never expected, and it has driven my passion for helping others navigate this complex condition. My background is in business strategy and marketing, and I'm currently working as a strategist at Uber in Sydney. But beyond my professional work, I'm deeply committed to helping fellow kidney warriors access better care and opportunities through my startup, Kidney Ally, but more importantly, why I joined the AAKP as a global ambassador. The aim here is to find new and innovative ways to support our community worldwide. For many kidney patients, every day is a careful balancing act, managing medications, maintaining strict diets, and dealing with the uncertainty of what the future holds. The impact goes beyond just physical health. It affects our mental well-being, careers, and families. But what gives us hope is the progress being made by our industry partners through research and innovation. Clinical trials like ALPINE1 are critical in pushing forward new treatments and improving patient outcomes. Without research, we wouldn't have life-changing advancements that have already saved and improved so many lives. Individuals like Paul and I may not be here to even speak with you guys without the commitment of those industry leaders, such as Bayer, and without the encouragement of every person in the room to stand up and be an investigator for a trial that aims to bring new treatments and solutions. But for these trials to be truly successful, they need to be designed with the patient in mind. That's why it's so important that patients are engaged, not just as participants, but as partners, as colleagues in shaping the way of the future of kidney care. It is a pleasure to see organizations like Bayer overcome these challenges by partnering with trusted patient organizations such as AAKP to provide clear, patient-friendly communication, accessible trial locations, and support systems that make participation so much easier. Most importantly, we need to build trust by being transparent about the risks and benefits and ensuring that patients feel valued through the process. To all researchers, clinicians, and study teams, thank you for your work you do. Your dedication makes a real difference. Please continue to engage with patients, listen to our experiences, design trials that are fit for our real-world needs, and together we can make a better outcome for kidney patients everywhere. Thank you. Now I'm going to bounce it back to Paul to follow up.
Thank you very much, Carl, for taking the time from Australia. For those who are watching, if you want a model of what an international ambassador and an international advocate for patients looks like, it's Carl. He puts his entire heart into it because he knows the difference that he can make in the lives of others. I'd like to thank the ALPINE1 team for inviting us to be part of your effort and for listening closely to us. I'd especially like to thank all the patients that have been involved and all of the investments that have been made to make this trial successful and substantively engagement for patients. Of particular note, I'd like to thank Antoinette Moore, Patricia Sanders, Patty Vetz, and our good friend Melissa Penn. The work that you're doing is critically important. You're modeling what success looks like to patients, and we recognize it, and we pay attention to companies that are good actors in the space. Hats off to you. Continue the good work, and remember, engagement is throughout the entire product development life cycle. The entire thing. Keep communicating. Honor the insights and the lived experiences of those you are fortunate to meet, because you're making a difference, and the lives that you touch and the people you may never meet will thank you for it. Thank you.